probably the the last video of the debut at 43, because the debut has been completed. So yeah, all 20 odd weeks we've been going over everything, added everything as we can, etc. So very, very happy with how everything's turned out. If you've been following me on Instagram, you would have done the results already, but we'll go through everything and how it all transpired and how everything worked. As you can see right over there, did pretty well. Won both my classes that I entered, which was the True Novice, which are competitors that have never ever competed before, never stood on a bodybuilding stage before, and also the 40 plus. So that's anybody that was up there, whether they competed before or not, etc. And I actually found out that half of the guys that I was competing against, there wasn't a big group of guys, but they had really competed before, etc. So it is what it is, whatever the case may be. So yeah, and I managed to win both shows. I was quite shocked about it, but it was a really, really big day for me. Never been that successful in the sporting events, whether it being team sports, school sports, club sports, etc. And this for me is a really, really big accomplishment, because this is pretty much the first sporting event that I've actually won hands down, and got the medals for it, got gold, came first place, and did so well. So for me personally, someone who's never had a lot of sporting accolades, etc., winning this was a massive milestone in my life, and it really did mean a lot to me. And the other big thing that it means a lot to me with regards to this whole process is that I can actually call myself a bodybuilder. And I know that some guys will be difficult about it and say, oh, you're not really a bodybuilder, you're a men's physique guy, blah, blah, blah. But as I've said in the other videos, when you diet for 20 weeks, you do cardio for 20 weeks, you don't miss a workout, you don't miss a cardio session, you don't miss a meal for 20 weeks nonstop, and you get up on stage and you put in all the time, the effort, the work, the sacrifice. I don't care who you are, you're a bodybuilder. You've done pretty much everything that's expected of you. Maybe you just don't have the size, maybe you're just not prepared to push drugs to get to that size, or whatever the case may be. But for me, stepping stones like men's physique, then you move your ways up to other classes, you're a bodybuilder. So for me anyway, I can officially call myself a bodybuilder, and I'm very, very proud of that. I'm very, very happy about that. It's something I've always wanted to do, and now I've done it. And I've done very, very well, and I'm very blessed, and I'm very grateful. When God guides, he provides, and he guided me to this path, and we have done phenomenally well. And it's only through his grace that things have gone this well. So very, very, very happy with how that transpired. So peak week was weird, because I had that stomach bug on Tuesday, managed to really together get back on track. And, it was just going through the motions and going through everything and just being dialed in. Saturday, I was genuinely buzzing, genuinely excited just to be on stage and get up there. Being backstage, new, completely different world, completely different experience. Getting ready to go up on stage, relaxing, eating, and there's just so much waiting at a bodybuilding show for a very short amount of time to be on stage. But it was a lot of waiting and listening to the guys and talking to a lot of other competitors and stuff like that. I think the one time that was a bit of a downer for me was the day before. And the reason why it was a bit of a downer for me was I wasn't prepared for it, but I had to do a base coat of tan, and I didn't actually know that I had to do it. So I didn't really come prepared. I had a white t-shirt on, which is a big no-no. I had like joggers on, which were a bit slim fitting. So also you want loose clothing and things like that. So that threw me off a little bit and put me in a bit of a bad mood. But I think that day, or when we got into the posing room, or the spray booths, luckily I just had to have my underwear on. I wasn't like some of the other guys who were wearing surgical masks as makeshift G-strings to get their tans on. I've seen some parts of my fellow gym members that I really didn't need to see in my life, but I think that was probably the one time I felt like I didn't deserve to be in the show. a lot of self-doubt. I mean, some of these guys were big guys and, really, really ripped, and they had really phenomenal ab development and things like that. My abs do need a lot of work. But the problem for me is that like a lot of my better shots are my back shots, and you don't get to see them, so you don't get to build up confidence there. But I really felt like, crap, I don't actually belong here. I'm going to make myself look like a fool on stage. I don't have the size, I don't have the conditioning, I don't. And I was sparring a little bit on the drop because I got the tan on, waited for it to dry, then started driving home from Dublin. Hit a hell of a lot of traffic, but I was really in a bad place driving home. And then I was listening to these bodybuilding motivational YouTube videos. And I don't know who said it, but he basically said, it's okay to feel bad or have self-doubt, whatever the case may be, but only for 5 minutes. So have your little pity party for yourself for 5 minutes and then get over it and get back to work. And it was almost like God put that into the playlist. It was a completely new video I never listened to before. And it sort of like resonated. It was like, okay, cool. I got over it, carried on driving, and then I was buzzing again. Come Saturday, I prayed first thing in the morning, got all my supplementation set up, cooked all my foods the night before, had everything stacked and ready to go. And I think that was probably the biggest thing that I could have done, was made sure like the night before and the morning of, that everything was in bags, everything was prepped to go. There was no, did I forget this, did I forget that? I had like a checklist, made sure everything that was necessary was there. So it was literally do a final check, but literally grab the bags and just go. And that's exactly the mindset it was. And then got there, like I said, you're eating in the back, having rice cakes and honey and salt to pump up, getting things going. And then, they call your name out and you got into the tunnel. And then you start doing some, pump up workouts and getting the muscles all nice and flared up, making sure that everything's, right, get the last coats of oil put onto you. And then I didn't even have a chance to watch another competitor go up because I was the first one of the group. So just got on stage and started posing and just doing the things that I was taught. And I'm going to show some video, which I haven't shown anyone yet. So you'll be the first ones to see it. And then later on, the video will probably go up on YouTube, etc. But got up on stage and just started doing my thing, doing my individual routine. And then, it was awesome because it was just so natural because I've been doing it for so long. And I'm actually going to show you the routine now quickly. Here we go. Should be up. All right. And away. Here we go.
We have a true novice. These gentlemen have never competed in an NPC show before. Welcome to the NPC, gentlemen. Starting off, number 49, Robert Gilsring.
Okay, I'm going to just switch that off. And this is the posing routine, individual posing routine. So just getting up there, getting up on stage. What I've been practicing week after week, time after time, getting up there and just going through the motions, trying not to forget to do anything because you've got to make sure that everything is on point, basically, when you are posing. Every shot is key, etc. And I sort of overran because as soon as I hit this shot, they're already calling me off, so I had to jump off out of there already. So that was the very first one, and then we started doing the comparisons. Now, this is kind of embarrassing because as I get to the line, everyone starts posing, and I had completely forgotten to start posing. You can actually see me like just relax and calming down and things like that. And the head judge is looking at me, he's like, well, why the hell aren't you posing? Everyone else is. And I didn't quite click until they said turn around. And then it's like, oh, damn, okay. There, you actually see just there's like, oh, damn, I'm supposed to be posing, you dumbass. And then as soon as we go into the back shots, everything clicked into play, started hitting the poses. And thankfully, because it's true novice, they're a little bit more forgiving. You can't really see it on the Instagram feed, unfortunately, but you can see it on the other ones. And then I just start hitting the shots, and then everything comes into play. And then they start moving us around. So when you are called to the center, that basically means you are doing a lot better. And that means you're in the running position or the better position. So they want you to, they want to compare you to everybody else. So I got called here to switch with another colleague, and then straight away you're going to see I get called again to go into the center. So I think they did it straight away. Yep, here it is now. They do it straight away, call me into the center. And at that stage, I was buzzing in my head because I know that I'm potentially now either first or second. And really happy with how everything panned out. And then we go through a couple of posing rounds. Then they asked us to switch again. Also a very, very good sign there. So yeah, look, that's pretty much everything I went through. I think we only did this couple of rounds. And then they called us off the stage. So the judges had seen enough. And yeah, I think the next video now will probably be when we did the 40 plus. You'll see the gentleman to my left, or this gentleman over here coming closer to me. He's in his 50s, so also did quite well. Just going to skip through this, but pretty much the same thing. We'll just watch the rest of it. Pretty much the same thing, just going through the poses, making sure that it hit every single shot and making sure that everything's nice and tight. Everything is where it needs to be, etc. They did switch us around quite a bit, so I was a bit concerned when they did this. But I think they put everybody in the center because it's such a small group, only 3 of us. You'll actually see now the gentleman who is in his 50s is going to move into the center as well, and we do the comparisons there. So just waiting for that to come through. And this gentleman came through. And this was the last round posing here. And then it is just the award ceremony, which we'll cover through now. So I wasn't quite sure if I'd done well or not, but I didn't know if that other gentleman had it sorted out there. This was just doing the routine again for the next show. Here we're just doing the presentation. So this was the true novice. Ben, who also goes to my gym, he came in at 4th. This gentleman came in 3rd. And this is when I had won, so I was quite excited, and so I was trying not to show it too much. And then coming through and winning, which was very, very exciting indeed. Very, very happy. Very happy with how that turned out. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, we got the other award ceremony. It was just myself and this gentleman to my right. Don't know what happened to the other gentleman, but he didn't come up for whatever reason. So it was a pretty straightforward. I would have been shocked if I didn't win second time around, if I'd just beaten him before, unless my posing was so terrible the second time around. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So very, very happy with how that all panned out and how things turned out. So, and that's pretty much it. That was the competition. That's how it all panned out. And very happy with all of that. So you do have to pay extra for the professional photography and things like that. So just bear that in mind. If you do a show, there's an extra cost. That was almost about 300 euros for all the photos and all the videos and things like that. So bear that in mind. What was it worthwhile doing? 100%. 100% worth for me anyway. It was 100% worthwhile doing, because now I can say I've done it, and I've been through some challenging times. My family and I have been through some challenging times doing this, and but it was worthwhile in my world. It was absolutely something I had to do. Is it something I want to do again? At first, I thought to myself that I'd only do it once and it'd be over with, but I'm waiting for judges' feedbacks to come back to me. I did speak to them that give me some critique, but they asked me to send some photos so they can give me a more in-depth critique. I'm going to speak to my coach about it and just see if there is anything worthwhile doing. If I can get to a point where I could potentially do well, i.e. win a pro card, and there is that potential, like a strong potential, then I will seriously consider it. If not, due to genetics or age or whatever the case may be, then I can at least say that I've got my 2 victories, number 49, and I did my bit, and I'm quite happy with that as well. So if I have to call it up, but honestly, deep down in my heart, I really do feel that I can do a couple more rounds and actually get my pro card. I'm not going to be Mr. Olympia or anything like that, maybe, but I definitely want to try and get my pro card. And I want to give myself a set amount of years to do it. And if I don't accomplish it in that sort of time frame, then it is what it is. But yeah, I definitely want to get up on stage. It was a lot of fun. I did enjoy it. And I enjoy the camaraderie. I enjoy the teamwork because we do have a bit of a team. It is about you, but it's also about you and the coach working hand in hand to get the results done. But it's all on you to get the work done, get the hard work done, the dieting, the cardio, staying disciplined and things like that. So yeah, it's been an amazing, absolutely amazing experience. Definitely will do it again. And thank you guys for watching and commenting down below. Please do not hesitate. Please reach out if you want coaching or if you want to ask more questions about this whole process. I'll be more than happy to answer it for you guys with any questions that you may have. If you are looking to get into the best physique, your best shape of your life, please reach out to me for coaching. I'm more than happy to help you out if you want to go through your own contest prep, etc., photo shoots, which is getting healthy and strong and being, an absolute machine. Reach out, DM me, and we can get started together, working together to achieve those dreams. Also, remember there is SAVD saved, discount code Coach Rob for 10% off. There is also Tough Reps, Coach Rob 10 for 10% off. Hostile Supplements, Robert 10 for 10% off. Accent Sledge, also 10% off. And later this week, I'm going to do another video. I've got some really big news. So we did talk about Hostile Supplements being sold on this website. That's coming through hopefully then next month. But there's a new supplement brand that I am absolutely ecstatic about. They're UK based. I've bought their 2 products. I've tried the 2 products. I love the 2 products. And we are now going to be wholesaling that on the website. It's Tanker Supplements. Unreal stuff. Really, really good stuff. And I'm so excited. And next week, when as soon as the stock arrives, I'm going to do a video going over all the products that we have in stock and the ones that I've actually tried and the ones I've used. But I have no doubt that these things are going to be bang on. So keep around, keep watching. And if you use Coach Rob 10 on the website, when the website goes live tomorrow or this week, you will get additional 10% off. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for watching till the end of the stream. Thank you so much for being supportive. And